That joke was crazy, man. Man, I was gonna come in here, man, just talk about, the ATM thing, and then this happened, man. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
So,
man. That's all I can say, man. I wanted to call you, but I said, I'm gonna wait until you get here to drop it on you, like it was dropped on me. That was. Then everybody was asking him what was going on. He was looking at him. He was like, yo. Because one guy was like, oh, you went back driving? And he would thought it was something that had to do with the company. He's like, nah, it was our own people. He said, just be down there on Saturday. I was like, oh my goodness.
Okay, that's good, man.
Class.
That's good.
I was crazy, man. I did not expect that. I'm just gonna go down there, get some signatures, get out of there to come in here and do the show.
9 P's.
She just came up on me, man, smiling. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Dorian, Mike, Andre, Jaquan. Good to see y'all, man. Glad y'all tuning in. Once this song go off, we're going to get on the station. Hope you guys out there staying warm. Well, they put some, I don't know if you meant heat. They put some portable heaters in there, but it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything at all. Yeah, they took the heaters out earlier and said they was going to have them fixed by the end of December, right?
Yeah.
So what they did was they put on these portable heaters that really ain't doing nothing.
Because with the portable heater, see, everybody know heat rises.
Right.
So the portable heaters are in the ceiling.
Right.
So when they blow out, all it's doing is blowing
Right.
heat up.
So yeah, you're not doing nothing, man.
And you only got them in one part of the building. Like, don't even in the front of the building.
Right, you don't. You
So
don't. Now, supposedly there was supposed to be a grievance filed, but, What's up, Dorian? What's going on, man? So I don't know what's going on, man. Man. I'm still messed up on that, Clan.
Yeah, that was kind of a bombshell.
It was. I did not expect to hear that this morning.
Well, good thing you did, though.
Huh?
It's a good thing you did, though.
Yeah. That was crazy. Man, I had my own mind set on something else. My.
Yeah, that right there just changed my whole mind about even going
Yeah, man. Good morning. Man, it's good to see you guys that's watching us on Facebook Live. We appreciate you joining in. Everybody that's tuning in on 92.9 WOM, thank you for listening. Everybody that's listening, man, I hope you guys out there staying warm. It's cold. It's cold out there. My southern bones still haven't got used to this. Oh, this cold, man. I don't know how you've been up here your whole life.
Cold to me too,
man. But y'all, listen, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's and I want you guys to. What's up, Aunt? Good to see you. To Aunt Judy, I said hello. It's a lot of stuff to go on this morning, and I'm in my mind. I'm trying to figure out how to start it because I don't know if you guys saw my post earlier. I was at Oregon Avenue. They let me go home early from Page Hill, so instead of going home, I went to Oregon Avenue to get some more signatures for our bylaw amendment. And I was on the Wickico Street side. And something happened over there, man, that just blew my mind. I'm going to come back to that. But first, yesterday I put up this post about ATM and what that could mean for you. Now, everybody know what an ATM does. You know what its purpose is. Now, in order to go and get the money out of the ATM, first you have to have money in your account. That means you have to deposit something in it in order to get something out of it. So what ATM means is advisory team members. Now, everybody in our local may not understand what a pension is. No matter, they may not understand what the 10-point commentary is, the 5 senior habits. They may not know all the accrual rates and all this other kind of stuff that we talk about. But everybody knows, no matter if you've been there 30 days or 30 years, you know what an ATM is and you know what money does. So what we're going to do with this whole ATM or advisory team member committee is it's going to be a 12-member committee that meets once a quarter. And what it's going to do is going to allow us to deposit into them what we've been doing, and they can deposit it into the Eboard on what's been going on in the hub. Because we are going to force people, our members, to participate with us. We're not going to wait, and we're not going to be begging. We're going to create enough activity for our members to have to participate. And with this ATM committee, you will understand, hey, look, when we meet, you're going to tell us, hey, look, this is what's going on in my area. This is what's happening. We're going to be able to tell you, hey, look, we was there. This is the feedback we got, and we're going to be able to deposit in each other, just like you do in your bank account. And you heard this analogy before. When you deposit money into your bank account, it gains interest. What's happening in our union is people have not been depositing into our lives or into our, what it means to be a Teamster. They've just been taking concession after concession after concession after give back after, whatever it is. The contract's gotten worse. Healthcare has gotten worse. The raises gotten worse. Everything that they told us in the beginning about being a Teamster has gotten worse. They've withdrawn from us and have not deposited enough back into us. So that's why everybody is so negative. Just like your bank account. If you overdraw, you're going to get a negative charge. And that's why we came up with this ATM committee. Everybody understands money. Like I said, no matter if you've been there 30 years or if you've been there 30 days, you understand what an ATM does. You understand what you understand money. You know what I mean? So we're talking about creating this committee when we elected to strengthen our ability to be able to have a presence against UPS. You're going to have shirts, and so when people come in, they're going to see ATM committee member. And when the people come in, they're going to want to know, what is that? That member is going to be able to explain to them what that is, and it's going to bring more and more enthusiasm. They're going to know how can they join, what can they do. In order to strengthen the membership, they got to understand what's going on. And that's what this ATM committee is going to help us do.
In any relationship that you have, the most important thing that you need is communication and trust.
Right.
So part of that ATM for us is we want to gain your trust, and we want you to trust the fact that what you tell us we're listening to,
right,
we're hearing you, and we want to do what's best for the membership. If you go into a situation, no matter how big you think you are, no matter, you can be the leader or whoever, no matter what it is, you can be the leader of the world. If you're not listening to the people who put you in that position, and you think you know everything, then you're not going to learn anything.
Right.
You still have to be open to listen and learn. It's like no matter how old you get, I've been in store for over 11 years. And I still listen to other members, other stewards, because I'm always trying to learn something.
Right.
Because so if you keep your mind open, you're always willing to learn.
Right, like they said, a closed hand.
Yes.
You don't get nothing in a closed hand.
Right.
You got to keep it open.
Right.
So people can take, and then that you can receive.
So
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So this committee is really good for the membership. So because we want to bridge that gap between the local and the member.
Right. I agree.
We want to be accessible.
Right.
We want you guys to feel as though, because here's the thing, you cannot forget to where you came from.
Right.
And we started off as part-timers, just like a lot of part-timers there. We started off just where everybody else is starting off right now, and we worked our way up to where we at now. So you have to keep your roots, never forget where you come from, and that's a big reason.
And that committee will help us do that, keep our roots, because they'll keep us grounded.
Yeah.
Because they can, like I said, they can deposit into us what's going on, and we can give them feedback. And like I said, it will strengthen the resolve and our influence in the workplace. For an example, there is a big divide between our current Eboard and the membership. You see it. I mean, look at it right now. The BAs are stepping down and quitting, whatever have you, and we don't know why.
Right.
We don't know anything. We didn't know anything about our contract until the last minute. There is no communication, no transparency. There's nothing. And then they wonder why people don't participate, because there's nothing. They're not giving us anything. We're giving them everything. We're giving them our dues. We're giving them our work. And this is what they're doing. But this ATM committee will help us bridge that gap between leadership and membership. And it's not going to happen overnight. We get that, because there is a big divide. But we're going to do whatever it takes to close that gap so everybody will be moving in the same direction. You can't have a union and everybody all over here, everybody's over there, you doing your thing over there, I'm doing my thing. Nobody wins. I take that back. The company wins, but the members don't. And you see it. You see it every single day with this company. They exploit our weaknesses, and if you got weakness in your leadership, the members are done. They know, to a certain extent, me and Clarence, they know we're going to fight, but they know there's a ceiling that we can't get over. And they know the people above us are not going to do anything. I've actually heard them tell me this in confidence. Hooker, we know you and Clarence are going to fight. We know y'all going to file y'all grievances. Yeah, we know you're going to do that. But guess what? Who the next step is? And this is what they know what they're doing. And they know they're going to get away with it. But again, we got to bridge that gap. And this committee is going to help us do that. Now again, I was at Oregon Avenue earlier. And I was getting some signatures. I got about 9.5 pages from over there. And I got to tell y'all this. And everybody knows one of our BAs just stepped down. There was a whole lot of speculation on why. Well, that BA, our ex-BA, came up to Oregon Avenue. Rob Warrenby came up to me. And I'm going to tell you something. This man hasn't shook my hand in over 4 or 5 years. Gave me a hug, shook my hand, and you know what he told me? He said, Hooker, we need to talk. And I can't go into detail what it is, because he's going to tell you. And if you want to know what happened, you got to come out to that meeting on Saturday. It's very, very important. He told us that he is going to let everybody know what happened and what's really going on. So if you want to know why Rob is no longer on the board, what happened, come out to the meeting this Saturday, January 19th, 4369 Richmond Street. I know I've been up here for a little while now in Philadelphia. I know you guys like a good fight. You guys like y'all like all that. So come on out there. He's going to tell it all. From Jumbo. I got yo, I got to tell you this.
Go ahead, tell me.
I was at Oregon Avenue this morning, right?
Yeah.
Getting the signatures.
Right.
Guess who came up there?
Mike Zano.
No, man. Warrenby.
See,
All right,
he didn't even know.
Right. He came up to me, right?
Yeah.
Man ain't shook my hand like 1,000 years.
Right.
Came up to me, shook my hand, gave me a hug. Guess what he told me?
What?
Hooker, we got to talk. Now, all the other drivers...
I got to cut you off. Ain't nothing to talk about, Rob Warrenby. You can't run with us. Get your own slate.
But check this out. He said he going to let everybody know what's going on Saturday.
We already know what's going on. I mean, we got to wait? We already know.
Whatever it is.
Yo, but here's the thing, though. Like we were talking before, there's no transparency. It's like... It's going to have to take him to go up there and tell us what happened.
Why I got to wait till Saturday? They should have been said what happened.
He stepped down a couple weeks ago.
Either he stepped down or he got fired. We don't know.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Right. We don't know what's going on. Right. The Shanahan not telling it. Even the stewards don't know. So how can you have a steward and your BA steps down and you don't even tell him what's going on? I mean, that's what, there's no transparency over
he's gonna let it all out. He's gonna let it all out.
We already let it out. We don't know. Listen. Well, they sold us out, right? Nothing you can say. We know that they weak. They've been selling us out. Kevin Malley quit or stepped down, and it's a lie that Kevin Malley went back driving because he needed a year to retire. That's a bold-faced lie. Before the show is over, Hooker's going to explain what diversified means. Go ahead.
All right. Well, so then I was talking to him about the ATM committee that we got coming out with the advisory team member and what it's going to do to bridge the gap between the membership and the leadership. Because right now, it's all disarray. Even your boy Tiny was out there signing the paper. He was like, "Yo, the whole thing is bad." I had a 39-year team that come up to me. He was kind of skeptical about signing at first, and I explained to him what it was. And you know what he said? He said, "Man, yeah, something got to change." So 39 years. So you know he been growing up with them forever. Something has got to change. So like we've been saying the whole time, you guys been saying it. Now you got to put it on paper. Now you know it's good enough for you to tell us. You got to put it on paper. I was talking to another long-time season before I left the building. And he was talking about, hey, man, we guys, we are with you and all this other kind of stuff. And I let him read the upstate Western New York supplement, what they're trying to get. And I don't know if you guys know, but there is the language that was in our contract that said if you don't vote yes the first time, they're going to take part of your raise. It was in their contract and Western's PA contract. But they voted both of theirs down.
And they ain't talking about it now. That's off the table now. That's off the table. That was just to see if they could chump them. Like they chumped 623.
Right.
No. They didn't chump 623. They chumped Shanahan.
Okay.
Let's just be honest. They chumped Shanahan. Because I'm part 623, you part 623.
They ain't chump us.
He ain't chump us. They
right.
chumped Shanahan.
Okay.
So
I can live with that.
Hey, Mike Regal. Hey, look, I wanted to tell you, man, about this ATM committee. I saw your name popped up there. What it means, I'm going to send you an email later on. What it stands for is advisory team member. What it is, we're going to meet once a quarter to have our members depositing us what's been going on, and we're going to do the same thing. Because we got to get back to what being a Teamster is all about, and that's the membership. It's not about who's in office or whatever. It's about the members, making sure they're protected. And we got to bridge this gap so everybody can be moving in the same way to fight this company. You can't fight the company divided. You over there, I'm over here, everybody is over there. Everybody got to be on the same page. Like I said, everybody that at Oregon Avenue that signed those papers, man, I appreciate it. We got about 9.5 pages just over there this morning. That brings our total to about 46 pages of signatures so far. We only needed 7 individual signatures. We got 46 pages full of signatures for this bylaw.
Thank Billy McClain. He got a lot of signatures left.
Yeah, Billy McClain, appreciate you, man. Thank you for that.
And Reggie Carrick, you definitely can join. Because like I said, he steps up when he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
He gets involved.
Yeah.
He lets us know when stuff goes on. So that's exactly the type of participation that we need.
Right.
People who want to get involved to make the betterment of the union. So definitely.
Well, I'm not going to say a name, but I was at IHOP this morning. My nephew's school had a fire. So, you know.
Oh, it was his school?
Yeah, it was his school, Broad Fairmount.
Yeah.
So what happened is, I took him to break. I always take him to break. I took him to IHOP. Driver came in. I mean, you know, he 3 years he could retire. I said, yo, you ever think about running? He said, jump. You don't want me to run with you because I'm a fight. I'm a fighter. I said, yo, that's what we need. I said, yo, think about it, you know. He said, jump. They don't want me because I'm a fighter. You're right. Shanahan don't want you to fight.
Right.
And we want fighters.
Right. That's what we need. Exactly. This company got to know that come January 1, matter of fact, no. They need to know whenever the last ballot is counted in November, the message need to be, okay, now we know we in trouble. We can't keep doing the membership like we've been doing it because we know these guys are going to fight us every step of the way. They need to know that. They have no fear of the guys we have in office. They have no fear at all. They don't care. They don't care about them. And they don't care about us. Whenever you have the manager and the district manager cursing out the principal officer, yelling and screaming at him, and he does nothing.
What he did, this is what he did. Yo, this is what he did. Yo, put his hands between his legs and bowed his head and took it. Stood there and took it while he was getting cursed out from the big guys. It's sad. We at 623. We in bad shape.
Yeah, we are. But a change gonna come. It's coming. I heard who we got here coming up. What's that? I heard some footsteps. What's up, Espo? I gotta tell you, since we got some new members coming up, and you didn't know, now we're putting together an ATM committee. ATM advisory team members, right? What it's going to be is we're going to meet once a quarter, just like a ATM or a bank account. What you deposit in is what you're going to get out. They're going to tell us what's going on. We're going to tell them what's going on. They're going to deposit in us. We're going to deposit in them, so we can grow together as a whole unit, the whole membership, so we can fight the company at the same rate. You over there fighting them, I'm over here fighting. It's not going to work. Everybody got to be on the same page. We may not agree on everything, but we got to fight them at the same way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that means. And also,
consistent method of attack.
Yes.
Right.
And also, remember I talked to you about
what their key concerns are, so
right.
Identify how they think.
Right.
What you got? That's the key right there.
Right. That's the key.
We can't fix a problem
if we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so we need to know.
So like I said, once a quarter we're gonna meet. But again, guess who I ran into your boy.
Oh yeah.
Your ex-BA. And he came up to me, shook my hand. He ain't shook my hand in forever.
Yeah.
Came up to me, Hooker, we need to talk. We need to talk. They never want to say that to me. Now we need to talk. But he's gonna let everybody have it on Saturday. He's Saturday, so make sure you're there.
I'm gonna say, let me cut you off, right? Before Saturday come, you're out of order. You're out of order. You're out of order.
No, I mean, I got to
hold it. Did he elaborate on any topics he might touch on? Because I've heard he's been doing a lot of bad talking about Shanahan.
Yes,
Shanahan weak. The one thing you can say, listen, we don't have to talk about Shanahan. One word, weak. That's it.
Now here's the thing. Now you're on the board, right?
Yeah.
What's the discussion about who's gonna be the next BA? Are they saying anything?
Yo, I don't have keys to the hall. Listen, I be outside my son since 2011, right?
Yeah.
I can't go to the bathroom. They won't let me go to the bathroom. I can't go to the bathroom till 9 o'clock, right? So when I do go down there Friday for Eboard meeting, I sit downstairs all day by myself, right? And they had their own meetings upstairs. Then they come downstairs, they have a BS meeting. We go over the books. And they have a BS meeting.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. Now this morning, at lunchtime, Izzy said that at this particular Eboard meeting this weekend, there's some names they're going to announce who they think is going to be the next BA. So, I'm just telling you.
Come on, dog. Come on.
Reggie said, "Why can't be you?"
Yo, come on, dog. Come on, be real, dog. Yo, listen, dude. When they got rid of Teddy, they railroaded Teddy. They say he was sleeping, going to the Phillies game. When he's president, that's why they got rid of him. But they want to move their girl Joni up. That's why they got rid of him, right? They had an election if you want to call it a sham election, you could say that. But what happened is they had an election saying that Izzy and myself was up for trustee. Now 6 of them. George didn't vote. Only 5 of them voted. So I think it was 4-1. 4-1. They say I lost 4-1. They never called me. George never called me. I heard through the grapevine they said I lost 4-1. They said that they didn't vote for me because I was homeless. So everybody knows I sweat. When I was in shape, I used to leave UPS and run outside. I sweat a lot. So I change my clothes like 3 times a day, especially in the wintertime. So I used to carry a bag around when I left. So they said I was homeless. So that's why they didn't vote for me, right? So now they say they got 3 names. They got Zolly, they got Jeff Hester, and Harry
That's what they told
Harry
you?
Harry was Winston, man. What's that name?
Brown. That's what they told you?
Harry Brown. I'm telling you what the names is. Already, y'all know what the names is. They the three people they gonna say who they got, right? Listen, Izzy wants his boy Harry Brown, right? But you know, it ain't gonna be no vote. They already know who they got. It's just BS. BS. You know what I'm saying? BS. My name ain't in the mix. I don't care.
Now here's the thing. Now Reggie just asked a question, because usually if somebody step down, whoever's on the board, they move up.
Right.
So why you not going? Why shouldn't it be you?
Yo, y'all know why I ain't gonna be me. Shanahan's scared of me. They make me a BA, you know what I mean? I'm gonna tell Shanahan what to do. Y'all know how it is. He weak. Y'all know how it is. Just like when me and Matt Gilbert used to run the building. You know what I mean? George used to like, all right, Jumbo, this and that. We would go in there and make a deal. See, the thing about George, Shanahan weak. The thing about George is, Matt Gilbert and I, we took care of the building. And, you know, whatever we did, we did. You supposed to got fired. We get it one day, right? George go in there, if he didn't like it, he changed it. Shanahan won't even let us go in there. Not only that, this is how weak they are. Clarence Bagby handled the preload. Clarence Bagby, yo, me and Matt used to be all right. But Clarence Bagby doing a hell of a job on preload and at midnight, right? So now, he put the grievances and stuff in, right? Now, the Vice President Joni said, once he put the grievance in, he can't go in the hearing. What kind of BA, what kind of ball is that? So now, Shanahan had a meeting with the preload manager and said, I do not want Richard Hooker doing grievances. What? I do not want you to use Richard Hooker on preload. What? You telling management you weak. So you telling them that you scared of Hooker? We're in bad shape, brother, for principal officer, business manager to go in the office and say that he does not want one of his shop stewards, especially Richard Hooker, to do any hearings on preload. We're in bad shape. And a lot of times, how about when Clarence on vacation? How about when Clarence on vacation?
That hit home right there, because I put my all, and I know Rich puts his all into the membership, and we put all these grievances in, and for the BA this thing, because I remember the time when you was talking about, I was on my way, I was home. I was on my way to do a hearing. Nah, she said, nah, she didn't want me in there. But, and I'll tell you, it was a situation where it was George, Shanahan, Morris, and Joni, all in the meet with me, Rich, and the labor manager.
No, Joni wasn't there.
No, he wasn't there? Oh, okay.
No, it was just Morris, Shanahan, and George.
All right, when we had a hearing with the labor manager, me and Rich commanded that hearing. We tore the labor manager up, and you know what? And I'll tell you, George sat back, crossed his hands, and let us go to work.
Right.
So now you tell me you don't want me in there?
Right.
So what's the deal? I mean, I don't know.
It's all political.
But here's the thing: you don't have to put me in there. I'm still gonna put them grievances in.
I mean, you got it like 90 now, ain't it?
Literally.
Yeah, literally. Because when I won the election, right, Shanahan called, Shanahan emailed, called all the managers, labor and everybody. Y'all cannot recognize Jumbo. We don't even want y'all to recognize Jumbo. No hearings or nothing. Here's what they exactly said. Jumbo job is just to check the books, right? And it was said to me a couple times. Like, you know, I was putting flyers out for the vote no, and they grabbed me and they said, Jumbo, we just called labor, and labor says that you're nobody. I'm what? They said that you're just a trustee. You just check the books. Where you get that from? So this shows you how weak they are. They're weak. When I tell you they're weak, they're weak. They won't even let me in the Oregon Avenue building. I'm an officer. They won't even let me in the Oregon Avenue building. What's up with that? That's sad.
Yeah. But usually, if you got a UPS ID, he let you in.
Yeah, well,
that's when we went down there. Speaking of that, the new guy, Rob Nichols. Remember him, right?
Yeah.
When he first came on, what he said he'd like to do is get all the preload stewards together and have a meeting,
right,
so he can see what's going on. Right. First time they did that, my man just said, yeah, they're having a meeting in Oregon Avenue. They want you down there. So I took all, and I went down there at the meeting. Shanahan was there, all the stewards and preload, from drivers and all the preload stewards. The second time they had a meeting, one of the driver stewards said, yeah, man, where was you at? I said, what you mean? I said, yeah, we had another meeting. Said, they ain't tell me. I said, yo, they ain't tell me. First time I was there. Yeah. So if all the preload stewards are there, and I'm the only steward on preload, well, I wasn't there. They ain't tell me. Shanahan ain't tell me. Joni ain't tell me. My man was like, yo, man, we had a meeting. Where was that? I said, they ain't tell me.
Hey, that's why I got a question, man. For you. Okay, I gotta get you on the mic. I'm gonna ask you this. Hold on. What you think gonna happen on Saturday? Because he's your BA, you know him better than we know. What you think might happen?
I'm interested to see what he complains about.
Right.
Because I filed grievances. They took months on end the process. I still have open grievances.
Right.
He assigned my grievances to the higher senior person, even though that person was not qualified to do the E-rate work inside the center. I thought they assigned my grievances, right? They went in, filed with Eric Nolte. Eric Nolte consorted with Rob Wilson and Keith Neubauer. They decided to pay Joe Mikas out. The 2 grievances were filed on the same day for supervisors doing E-rate work. Right? It's total about 6 hours. They assigned it to Joe Mikas rather than me. That's what they did.
Come on in.
So, you know, that happened. I brought the Shanahan's attention. And he said, well, take one for the team.
Who said that?
Shanahan.
Who said take one for the team?
Yeah.
What do you
All
mean?
right. So Joe Mikas is the alternate, right?
Joe Mikas was the
Okay.
alternate.
All right. So since you said no. So you know, I walk around, I talk to everybody, I go everywhere. So I'm coming out the building this morning. I'm gonna say what I seen, right? But what happened is Eric Nolte is now fueling.
Yeah.
I think Monday was his first day.
Yeah.
So when you're a shop steward, walk me through, see if make sure I'm making sense. When you're a shop steward and you get a new job or you leave, all right, all the grievances that deadlock, you give to the principal officer before you leave. And he's supposed to go to panel or try to see what he can do with them, right? Okay, so now the shop steward gave all the grievances that they couldn't settle to Bill Shanahan. You know what he did? You know what Shanahan did?
What?
Shanahan gave the grievances back to Joe Mikas. He gave the grievances back to Joe Mikas.
What?
For what?
He
He brought it all the way with him, but he gave it back to Joe Mikas. Why he give it back to Joe Mikas?
You've never experienced this before? This is routinely happening down at Oregon Avenue, right? They'll have grievances. They go in. The shop steward says, listen, I'm not getting no work the management team. They'll go kick them up to
What's
the
up, Jackie?
agent
What's up, Kissy?
In the labor situation. Then they'll kick it back there and say, well, you got to work a deal out with whoever the shop steward is.
Yeah.
Totally inappropriate at this point. The shop steward, the grievance, first of all, the grievant is who they're trying to appease, right? They try to make sure the grievant is always appeased, so this way they can't say they did any wrong. When you get shorted in the grievance, they say, well, you agreed to it. I had George tell me that right in front of the meeting. We're all down on Oregon Avenue. I said, yo, you're settling grievances for 20 cents on the dollar. That's the problem. Well, I said, you agreed to it. Well, you're the VA. You sign off on it. You know what I mean? You're the one who I installed to go get what's mine. Not me to go down there and say anything else. I'm supposed to be quiet. I didn't do anything. You know what I mean? You're supposed to attack them, not here sitting here and attack me. I didn't like that.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? And they have a habit of doing that.
Well, not only that, you just said Shanahan said you got to take one for the team. I just want all y'all to know, right? How come when I say take one for the team, Jumbo making deals again? It just sound like he was telling them, take one like he made a deal. But what if I said, Jumbo making deals again?
You want to take one for the team? Let me tell you something. When you're right, you're right. And here's the thing. We had an employee who went full-time in October. He was told that November and December don't count towards seniority, so you don't gain seniority until January 15th. I told him, that's bull. The day you start full-time is the day that you got 30 days from that date to qualify for the job.
That's right.
Not gain seniority. It's qualify for the job. November, December counts during that qualification period. So he went to Shanahan, told Shanahan, and Shanahan said, yes, Clarence is right, but don't make no waves.
Yeah,
just wait till January the 15th.
It's always a but. Yeah. Clarence is right, but it's always a but.
But it's either you right or you wrong.
Right.
As simple as that. When you got a contract, you right or you wrong.
Well, you see what they try to do with Mr. Ivory. He still talk about.
You told that story? Did you tell that story on radio? Yeah. Everybody know what happened?
Yeah, everybody know what happened. And he was talking about that today.
He got to come down here.
I told him he got to come down here.
If he need a ride, I'll pick him up. I'll pick him up.
Here's the game.
Oh, it came out.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. Speaking of that story, I'm going to elaborate a little bit more. We had an employee who was paid 4 hours for the holiday. Should have been 8 hours because he's full-time. He was told by the supervisors that because you just became full-time, you want to get 4 hours, but you don't get the 8 hours because you ain't been full-time long enough.
Well, how many days? First of all, you're working in the full-time classification, therefore you are full-time. There's never been what's called the flip-flop of classification.
Man,
in other words, let's say I don't have a daily guarantee for you for whatever the daily guarantee is, right? They don't automatically make you part-time for the day.
Right.
They keep you as full-time.
Right.
Your status is full-time. The same thing seems to be happening down at Oregon Avenue. You have people scheduled for 40 hours, yet the company wants to flip-flop the classification and keep them part-time, even though there's work available to schedule for 40 hours during Christmas time. What should they get paid? That's the big question. Everybody's sitting here, what should they get paid?
Well, it's like that. Like we say, every time you said the contract said this article, this and that, right? Shanahan, and then they changed it and said, but. They change it. They keep saying it. It's always a gray area. I don't understand.
Well, here's the thing. Like
it should never be gray when it comes to
like,
pay.
It should not be.
Like
I
that's
agree.
what I'm saying. If you're even the first day you're full time, if it's a holiday, the classification you're in, you should be getting paid that daily guarantee, not a part-time guarantee. The manager was going to pay the 8 hours until he was told by BA that November and December don't count. So he does not deserve to get paid.
Yo, they killing us, man.
I told the member.
They are actually killing us.
Anyway.
Our board is killing us.
And why you saying that with the same thing? They just disqualified the guy.
Who?
They just disqualified the ramp. Saying, remember I told they just disqualified the guy, that early AM guy. They said that he didn't make his 30 days because November and December didn't count. You know, remember when we was going on a war path? You know, remember when Billy McClain last week we was going crazy in the hub trying to find out what happened? We didn't tell y'all?
No.
We was met with Matt and everything. Matt said, yo, he got to get his 30 days. He went back to the ramp part-time. Joni told him, this is what Joni said. She said November and December does not count if you're full-time.
I know, Tom. It's bad over here, man.
You heard what I say?
Yeah.
All right, so that's, I ain't tell you. I meant to tell you that. That's what we was fighting last.
So that's the second guy that got like that.
Yeah, so he went back. He went back to the ramp, right? His name Isaiah. I can't remember his last name, right? He didn't want to fight it.
Right. Here's the thing. We had another guy who went full time, and he kept coming to me.
Hold on real quick. Hey, AG, since you came on there, I got a question to ask you, man. Somebody told me last night at lunch that Local 804 has Article 22.3s that are just driver helpers. Is that true?
Yes, right? I think that thumbs up as a yes.
No, he was just saying what's up. Yeah, AG, let me know, man, real quick.
Drivers helpers?
Yeah, 22.3s and 84 and Local 804. Drivers helpers.
I think I heard the same thing. I think they work in the building. I think they was telling me a couple years ago that, I was fighting with somebody, and they told me I was fighting with somebody at the hall, and they said, that ain't a real job. You work in the building 4 hours, right? And then when you go out, you're a driver helper for another 4 hours, right? So that is a full-time job. That is a full-time job. They told me, that ain't a real job. That is a real job. If you get 40 hours, it's a real job. Yeah. I remember that because I forgot who I was fighting. Maybe I was fighting George or somebody, but I remember that question.
Anytime you can organize 8 hours of collective bargaining unit work, a full-time job should be made. UPS made it a priority, and the Teamsters made it a priority in Article 22 of the agreement. So let's put this in perspective. If you can schedule 8, or you can schedule 40, there's the job, regardless. And I heard that when I first went full-time. You're not full-time, you're part-time. When I was there first went down to the airport, that's what Nick Iannacone told me. I said, I'm not. I said full-time. He's called Bill Cook all the time. Yo, he's called me part-time, Bill.
And so just like you said, right, it's a lot of 22-3 jobs, right? And the union said they can't make or create a job, which is wrong, because we had an issue with a brother that had a couple accidents, no longer could do early AM. So they moved him to Trois midnight ramp. So if you can do that, that means you can create other jobs. If you can move somebody from one job, you can create a job. They made the job for them. So that means we got a lot of jobs that can be made, right or wrong. If you can do that, you see what I'm saying?
Right. But if you don't have the people to fight the fight, then of course, a lot of times you gotta make the company do what they're supposed to do. If we don't have people in the office that's gonna make them do it, then they're not gonna do it. Like if they're doing doubles 75% of the time, that's a man. Come on, you can make the job. Like Espo was saying, if you can create a job, there's definitely time to work.
What constitutes a full-time work week? That's what the question should become. Like you said, if you have 75% of full-time work week, are you full-time or are you part-time at that point in time? there becomes an issue. Because any one of us in here can have our daily guarantee reduced. That language is in the contract. But we're full-time because of the bid we took. You have guys that are continuously working 35, 40 hours a week down Oregon Avenue, right? Working 6 days a week, technically working full-time hours. You know what I mean? That's taking up the most of their week. They got to work 6 days to go get it. So why wouldn't they become full-time? Why wouldn't Shanahan, who was adamant about making sure we voted yes for this supplement because of the pension contribution, not go after the pension contributions that are down there, these full-time positions? I'm pretty sure if it happens down at Oregon Avenue, it's got to happen down here.
Oh yeah.
People call out there just like they call out here, and people are working doubles every day.
What you got right here, man? What you writing down?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not whether the same person does the job every day. It's how much the
right.
need is that UPS has for extra work to prevail. If they routinely get 20 call-outs a day on the midnight, that's 21 full-time positions I see from the twilight to the midnight that can be created because they have a routine 20-day call-outs every week. And they told me about, oh, well, we have 20 calls a day on the preload. Well, I want my lunch board. I want my lunch board and I want money, right? And Shanahan is still quiet, so I'm standing there by myself. When Shanahan went in and he only got an extra 15 minutes, I said,
well, out of the hour?
No, it was a little more than that. I was helping somebody out. But nonetheless, he went in there and then said, you know what? Screw you. You're paying the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? You're nitpicking over this. If I was getting nitpicked over this, I would have said, nah, you know what? We're going down the panel. I'm going to put my case, and I'm going to file charges with the criminal department, justice. So, yeah, you're stealing from me.
Right.
There's a problem here. You're sitting here. We're no longer having an open conversation to amend a bad behavior. You're flat out going to do a bad behavior, right, with already a bad behavior. In other words, I'm going to do a crime on you and then steal from you again, and I'm going to walk.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, well, we only have an hour, so we're going to be jumping around a lot of things. We got a lot of problems. But listen, everybody knows Hook is a good guy. Hook is a good guy. And we always got to put him on the spot to make him talk about things that's really, really hard, right? Listen, we love our local. We love our local, but we got to tell the truth. What's wrong is wrong.
We tell the truth.
So, Hook, I need you to tell him what happened at the Christmas party.
Oh, this guy and this Christmas party.
Tell him what happened.
All right. This is what happened at the Christmas party. It was about, what they gave him, $600?
Gave him $600.
They gave him $600 for the Christmas party.
$500 for the food, $100 for...
$5 for the food, $100 for the drinks.
No, $100 for the tip.
$100 for the tip.
No money for the drinks.
No money for the drinks. So me and Jumbo, what we did, we put our money together. And $300, and we went down there and gave the bar, the lady Roseanne, $300, so our drivers could have a good time. He bought when they gave them guys $600. $600. So me and Jumbo went out of pocket so the drivers could have a good time.
Now, tell them what it used to be before Shanahan.
No, you got to tell them the rest of it. I don't mean to cut you off. So what happened is the bar tab was $520. So who made the difference up? Made the difference up. The drivers had to come out of their own pocket with $220, and a lot of drivers, a lot of retirees showed up. Last year, we had the same problem. $600 again. Rich Carroll and I had to take $300 for the drinks, right? So it ain't in the budget. I think that's the word I should use, right? Because every time somebody asks a question, they want something from the hall, like a T-shirt or
in the budget, right?
You understand what I'm saying, right? So what we said is, right, look, how can you not put money out for the drivers, the members? You understand what I'm saying, right? It was a time where the union used to put the credit card up for an hour. Then they changed it to a half an hour, right? But I'm going to give it back to Hook after this one thing, right? So Unity say their name is Unity, right? So Hook and Bag, I want y'all to explain this to me, right? Ballard had their Christmas party at Lehman's Bar and Restaurant, right? Media had their party at Coach's. It was like a mile away. So when you're saying unity, how come everybody, it was a time that we used to have a Christmas party with everybody. So why, it's not unity if you having that Coaches and we having that Lehman, well, that's not good.
Now, I'm just speaking on that a little bit. That's part of the problem with this local now, is we have a leadership that's dividing the membership as far as anything that has to do with the contract. It's like we don't have that family environment.
Right.
Because if you're all drivers are doing the same job, why is it two separate parties? I mean, and the thing is, the preload drivers, they're right there. They all talk, they all communicate. Their parties should be together. And to me, as the leader, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to speak to everybody and show them I appreciate the job that they're doing. Because without the drivers, without the members, there is no Eboard. So you got to show appreciation to the people who put you in the spot that you're in.
Right, because now when we had it at the Blue Lagoon,
yeah,
the Lagoon, right? When we had the last one, we had the Lagoon. When we had with everybody, okay, everybody was together. Maybe me, the drivers, and ballot drivers was by the exception. I mean, with each other, right? But we still was together. You know what I'm saying?
It was a group event. I see what you're saying. Listen, they complained for years that they didn't bring in the hoagies during Christmas time like George used to. All of a sudden, they cut that from the preload. Seems like certain centers are getting, Christmas parties, other centers are not. Question is, where the votes coming from, and whose Christmas party are they sponsoring? I think that's really the question we got to ask, particularly this question.
What's up, Riley?
You know what I mean? Because if you're always sponsoring the center where you're getting your votes from, and you're giving that person a $500 Christmas party, and the other center where you don't think you're going to get anything, you're not going to give anything to.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a problem there. You're using union funds to further promote yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody likes a free handout.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about bathrooms, personal hygiene. The bathrooms at the airport are, I can't find a word. It's bad. It's bad. And I mean, they clean them, but they need to be like updated or something like that, right?
No, they need to clean them. I'm not talking about going there and run a mop one time.
Yeah, they need to clean them.
But we got to take some of the blame for some of our members. Some of our members of groups, right? But still, for the local not to stand up for us to have clean bathrooms, it's really, really bad. It's sad. It's sad. They buy new trash cans. Why they buy new trash cans and won't buy new toilets? I don't understand.
Look, I just want to say this. When I first started down at the airport in 93, the bathrooms were bad then. I had to walk all the way over to B complex or further to go to, take a number 2 because it was so horrible. Every time you walk in there, there'd be stuff splattered here, stuff splattered there. It was gross. It was disgusting. UPS in all my years has never, ever PCM about, when you go to the bathroom, be courteous to other people. Where is that PCM?
They probably figured they shouldn't have to, and you shouldn't have to with grown people.
There's only certain bathrooms I'll go into unless it's an absolute emergency. There's a bathroom that's notorious for being horrible, 10 Oregon Avenue. It's right underneath the feeder department. It is disgusting. Disgusting. It always stinks. It smelled like cat, like urine for years. It was disgusting.
That's bad.
Oh, then so we had a situation in Jersey at the UPS hub, and prayers go out to everybody. We want everybody to know in Local 623, anybody have any problems, anything right, they can call any one of us. Hook a bag, be me.
Please
listen,
do that.
We'll come to your house. If you want to talk about it, we're talking about it.
I agree
Nothing
with that.
is not that bad.
Right.
I mean, anything. If you got a problem, even if you at work, we go see the manager. We got an open door policy.
Right.
Just if you need some time off, we can talk about it. All right?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Speaking of that, because I've been in the office a few times with members who've had issues, and we worked it out so that they can, be better than themselves. Because sometimes you need time away from the job to deal with personal problems.
Right.
And a lot of times, if you have that open door communication, you can get stuff like that. But like you said, communication is the key.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, if anybody has any type of problems that you guys want to talk about, you guys got my number. Hit me up on the page, whatever the case may be. Yeah, we don't want anybody to ever feel like you can't talk to one of us. We're approachable, we're personal. Hey, listen, like nothing is that bad. If you feel as though it's that bad, what's that? Oh, yeah. If you feel as though it's that bad, please call one of us. Please call one of us and let us know so we can help you out any way we can. You know what I mean? Our doors always open, phone lines always open. Just let us know what's going on.
Yeah, and everybody knows I'm tough as nails, right? Tough as nails, right? But last year I had a bad year. I was sick. I was real sick last year. I had a lot of problems, right? And I was on the phone some days with Hook night and day, nonstop, calling, you know what I mean? So, even the toughest guy, you have problems. Right? Listen, you got to talk to somebody, right? And, my wife said, well, maybe that's why y'all lost by 8 votes. You couldn't give it 100%. But the point of it is, right, if you got a problem, you call us. You don't be shy.
Yeah,
Nobody
please
will
don't.
talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Like I just call Hook, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We on the phone day and night. I missed a lot of time at work last. And you know what? And the other thing, let's talk about that, right? UPS don't care about you. If you're sick, don't come in.
Yeah.
We got a lot of
We got a lot of supervisors through the
No.
place.
We got a lot of places UPS had places you can call and talk to this and that, right? I mean, it's a lot of things you can do. So just don't give up. You understand what I'm saying?
Don't
and
give
Hook,
up.
listen, everybody tell you, Hook love to talk. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get Hook to go ahead and be the preacher. You know what I mean? Hook would be a great preacher.
It's in his blood.
Yeah. So what happened is, so if you need somebody, you can talk to me, but I talk to you all night. We talk to Hook, and talking to Hook really helps. I mean, it was a big help. Yo, listen, because I had some bad days last year. So now I'm doing a lot better. You know what I mean? But listen, you got to be willing. You can't try and hold everything in. And you know what? And UPS is very, very stressful. Very stressful. Yes. Especially if you work preload. People like, last week, 2 weeks ago, they made me get on the air belt, right? I mean, on air reg belt. I got on the air reg belt, right? There were so many air regs, right? I'm going to say I was going to quit, right? So I came off the air belt, told the manager, I said, I'm going to quit. She said, jump, I'm ready to quit too. See, they don't understand how bad preload is. Yeah. Preload is very, very demanding, right? And you just don't know. I mean, you're supposed to leave it at the gate when you leave there, but you can't leave preload at the gate. Especially if loaders, because some loaders, they take it, they want to do their job.
Right. And speaking of that, another thing I want to touch on. I know it's January, and I know they cut an hour. When you come to work, no matter what shift you work on, if you're on time, you are entitled to your daily guarantee for that shift. There is no such thing as we sit home to lessen you are the person because there's not enough work. There's no such thing as we can't find work for you. If you come to work on time, you are paid your daily guarantee no matter what. So don't let no supervisor say that you have to go home. If you want to work, then you work.
And if they try to send you home, please file a grievance. Please file a grievance so you get paid. That happened, I know that on midnight they were trying to do that to people. We had a fight for them to keep them working, and I think you went home early, and they tried to do that with one of our guys. I got them back working. If they try to send you home, find you steward. Go talk to them. Go let them know, hey, look, they're trying to send me home. And if they try to be all tough, don't fight them. File a grievance so you can get paid.
Well, that's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem that we have two facilities that's open 24/7, 7 days a week. And you only have BAs that want to work 9 to 5, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. How it should be is you have 5 BAs, right? 2 of them should work 1 week, they work days, the next one on work nights, and you alternate. All right? You need to be down there. If you ain't down there, you know what's going on. Like Billy Mars, Feeder's working night. I never seen Billy Mars past 2 o'clock down there. Is he scared of the dark?
That I agree with. The one thing about our local, we only have 2 buildings. So, like you said, if you alternate 2 and 2, you could be down there all night. You want to be where the membership needs you the most. And now they call a hall now. I'm hearing them, they call a hall.
You get a number, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't even get the secretary.
You can't talk to them.
That's sad. They'll call you back. That's sad. So, I mean, if I could stand outside in the cold all night, on the weekends, all every day, this night, right? They can come down the hub. I think I ain't getting paid for this. They getting paid. I think they should be there.
Yeah, and they getting paid by the membership who's in there working. So if the members are working, you gotta have a BA working.
Right.
They should be scheduling the BA times around the way UPS operates the operation. Yeah. It was quite clear during this December and past December that
there was nowhere to be found.
They had the twilight start at 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Someone needs to be monitoring that because if they're running a full-time shift, there needs to be full-time pay associated with it. I think that's really a big thing.
But not only that, they can take stewards off the job. They can take members off the job and make them walk around and not do any, just do that, help. But what happened is, what's that word?
They don't want it.
No, it's not in the budget.
not in the budget.
It's like it's stuff that's in the contract that he says ain't in the contract.
Right.
So it's very, you're talking. You can say UBS is frustrating. It's frustrating dealing with people who's supposed to be protecting you who ain't protecting. That's frustrating.
Yeah, because people come up to me, right, and they ask me something like, I don't know. They talking about John. How do you not know? I said because Hooker called down Union Hall is one way. Clan called down Union Hall is another way. I call down there and talk to another BA. It's a different way. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's sad when you got a contract, but you know what the contract said,
but you
don't know what the BA gonna think about.
Right.
That's the sad part.
All right, we got some new people coming in, and I want to tell you guys what we was talking about earlier in the show. We plan on having this ATM committee. The reason why we wanted to do that is because everybody understands money. Everybody knows what an ATM is. Whether you've been there 30 days or 30 years, you know what an ATM does. And what that means is advisory team member. And we're going to meet once a quarter with these group of people. Like I said, we're going to sit down and talk and find out where the areas that need our attention more, and they're going to tell us how can we be of service to them, help them do their job better, and we're going to tell them how they can help us bring in more members, more participation, because that's what we got to do. Everybody got to be on the same page. The reason why we're not winning like we should win is because there's a big divide between the leadership in our local and the membership, and it has to change. And
I don't even know if it's divided anymore. I think it's a great payoff. The drivers are getting paid Christmas parties. Does the preload get a paid Christmas party?
Yeah.
Does other people get a paid Christmas party? Or is it just the centers that they're from get the paid Christmas party from the locals?
Right.
You know
and then also, don't forget our meeting on this Saturday, January 19th at 4369 Richmond Street. I was at Oregon Avenue this morning getting some more signatures for our bylaw amendment. And you guys know our BA who stepped down or quit or whatever. He said he's going to be there and he has a lot to say, so you don't want to miss that.
Yeah, make sure you tell them. Thursday and Fridays, this Thursday and Friday, we're going to be at the gates at the airport. So if you want to sign, you'll be able to come out and sign. So we're going to be out there. We're going to try and be out there Thursday night. We're going to try and be in it Thursday morning, Friday morning, Friday afternoon, right? Couple things. When people ask us questions, we want to make sure we mention them and talk about it. So hope you can do it any way you want. Nick from Early AM, he said he had a problem. Billy Morris came down. Billy Morris said the company can do whatever they want. All right. So you got number two, General from the Rant. I don't want to call it General. Right. He not just him, but a lot of full-timers want to know. They want to go back to being part-time. All right. And Joe Stewart grabbed me again last night, and he's still saying things about how come he can't get a job down Oregon Avenue, right? So I asked him to come up to the show and talk. Right. He said he'd be asleep. So,
well, for one thing with Nick, the company can't do what they want to do.
That's what the president said. The president said they could do whatever they want to do.
They can't do what they want to do. That's why we got a contract.
But the president said that.
I mean, he can say what he want to say. But Nick got if it is the problem, Nick, you got my number. You talking about Rogerio, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah, he got my number. I helped him out before. Hey, listen, Nick, if you need help, man, you got my number. Call me. Whatever you need me to be, just let me know. And then for the rep, they actually had it in the language they were trying to get, where in the new contract they were trying to get for people to go back part time. It wasn't successful, so that's not gonna work.
And Joe Stewart.
He got to find the
keep signing bids and he can't get a job down there.
The seniority.
He ain't got the seniority.
No, it's not. That's not about. It's not about seniority. It's different. We said last. No. We was here last week. Go ahead. We're going to talk. But it's not about seniority.
Here's the problem.
Here's the
problem. If you sign a bid, then the successful bidder should be posted so that you know.
Yeah,
so if you get a bid, then I know that the person that got it. Right. So if he's saying, so he don't know if it's seniority being violated or not, because you don't know who the successful bidder is.
There's no way for anybody down at the airport to validate the list and vice versa. It is a big problem. That's why the list should be put inside the website so everybody can identify what goes on. You don't have to put their full name, but you can put like their first name, and you can put their seniority date. Say, Michael, seniority date such and such, got that thing, so no one feels implicated. Even though the information is plainly on the center seniority list, if they're updated,
that's the thing. They're updated. They're not updated.
All right, so now
there's no transparency, so we don't know.
Yeah. So now what happened is I got a question for y'all. Your seniority list is it updated? Now organized.
When I was down, I was getting it updated.
No. What is it current? Is it new one up? How about you? You hear it? No. Well, listen. Y'all gonna say I'm brown nose and everything, right? But our manager, Nick Monreal, he updated the seniority list.
No way.
Yeah, for our area, for building ship, right? And know how I know? Everybody come say, Jumbo, you're an old man, you number one. That's how I found out. Jumbo, you're an old man, you number. That's how I found out, right? That's how I found out. But I want to thank him for updating the list.
Right.
Because everybody saying that, Jumbo, you've been 100 years, so we talking about it. Told me, Jumbo, you number one on the seniority list. I ain't even know. But I'm just saying, that's good.
All right, good people, we're going to get out of it. Thank y'all for watching. Are you sure? Oh, okay. All right, listen, y'all. Don't forget, this Saturday, January 19th. All right? Don't forget, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. No, the 30th. The 30th. Yeah.
All right, don't forget, the 30th, we're going to raffle that TV off, right? We'll be at the gates Thursday and Friday. Bring your money, $1. How many inches is it?
43-inch 4K UHD.
43-inch, and we're going to use that towards our campaign, so help us out. Don't forget, Thursday and Friday, $1. All right? I mean, some of you guys, you know, if y'all don't have it, y'all know I help y'all out.
and again, if you guys want to donate to the station, this, like I said, this is not a public. This is private. We're not getting any grants or anything like that. So if you want to donate, you can go to www.spcr.org, and it'll walk you through the steps on how you can donate to help the station out. If you guys like hearing the show and other shows, like the Poor People's Economic and Human Rights Campaign show, the Phil Italia show, you guys can go ahead on and donate. Go to that website and donate. All right? Don't forget, every little bit helps.
All right. Don't forget, we have an election coming up, November. You got to vote. You got to call the Union Hall. You got to make sure they have your correct address and phone number, right? Don't forget, we're voting Richard Hooker, Secretary Treasurer. Richard Hooker, Secretary Treasurer. You have to make sure you vote.
Vote the whole slate.
Yeah, the whole slate.
The whole slate.
The whole slate. But, you know, some people, they might not want to vote the whole slate. You know, they might not want to vote for me. They want to vote for everybody else. Not a problem. But make sure you put that mark by Richard Hooker. And we hopefully you do a slate vote, right?
Right.
So I'm standing outside, cold in the mug, right? They stopped on my jump. What are we voting for now? I said, we got an election in November. It's up November. It's January, right? I said, listen.
Yeah, we ain't.
Y'all going to know
right.
that it's election, right? We've been out here since we lost the last election.
We never stopped.
We was on the side of the road. So it's going on 26 months.
Hey, Sherry, come here real quick.
25 months. So what happened is we want y'all to vote. Please vote. Don't forget, Richard Hooker, Secretary Treasurer.
Now, Sherry, you're a part-timer. What you want to see change in this local coming up? All right.
Definitely transparency. I want to know what's going on in my union. I want my leadership in this union to make sure that the interests of part-timers are represented. And I think it's really time for us to get active, organized leadership that knows what we're dealing with and that actually has relationships to the workers. And that's this crew here. So you got to show up. You got to vote. You can say all this amazing stuff about we need this and we need that. But if you don't show up, then we can't vote out this old crooked leadership. So we have to vote.
That's right. You hear it. And like I said, I always make this joke. She's been doing this longer than I've been alive. All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here.
I'm not that old.
Get ready for the movie star here and the Poor People's Economic and Human Rights Campaign show. Y'all guys, please watch that show. And make sure, don't forget, we got a great man's birthday that we celebrate on Monday, Martin Luther King. I idolize him and I try to do some of the things that he do for a day of service. Make sure that you idolize him as well and try to do something for somebody else that day. It's not all about you. It's got to be about somebody else. All right, we're going to get out of here. We love you guys. God bless. 623 Lives Matter. Don't forget, you got to vote. If you don't vote, don't complain. All right? Peace out.